Steve Pousse.
Oh.
Do you know?
Nick Fasse.
Yeah, but Pousse.
Yeah, there is Steve Pussy, additional crew member for the show Awkward. What a great poor guy.
Oh my God.
It's the only thing he's in.
Yeah. Smollier Pousse. All right, I'm recording. We're live. Hey guys,
Sorry,
man,
3, 2,
really,
1.
really quick. I have a moral dilemma here. But I went to the dentist today, and the hygienist that worked on my teeth today. Like I've been going to this place now for like 5 years. I love it, but this was a new person, and she looked like a kid.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
another like I'm getting old, and she just was like clumsily like knocking around in my mouth.
Oh,
just like mirrors and like just banging all around on my teeth, and like just had like the little suction hose, was just like hanging off the side of my mouth, and like the hose like base was like banging against my ear, and like it was just like brap, brap. And I was like thinking to myself, like, I don't know if you should be poking there like deep into my gums, and like my teeth are kind of sensitive anyway, but man, she was just like shredded me to bits, and I was like, I don't know if you're being very diligent. Like, I don't know. And like cleaning my teeth, the whole polishing process, like, I don't know, man. It seemed like
so you don't have the same
I think she lied on her resume.
Oh, so you don't have the same hygienist every time you go? Kind of like your normal like health practitioner, if you will. Like,
no.
Oh,
no, I go to this place that's like 2 blocks from my house, and usually I usually end up with a different person each time, but they're always like super nice. I mean,
well, yeah. Anytime I've had that, it's always like there's like the more seasoned hygienist is in the room, and they like tell you like this person's still like under their 90 days of training.
Yeah,
like or they're fresh out of school.
Yeah, and people are working with you. They'll tell you some things like, like, do you need to spit? Do you need to do this? Do you need that? Open up a little bit wider. Or just kind of talking to you while you're working, like didn't say a thing. Like,
but if they went to like a hygienist school right after high school, like it's very possible that person is in fact 20 or 21.
Yeah. So I was like, when I was like like the entire time I was thinking, it's like, I'm gonna tell her something. It's just like, I'm gonna go and tell you that, man, I feel like you just like destroyed the inside of my mouth.
But like,
you're
a little too extra clean. It's like they're too clean now.
That's the thing is like I don't feel extra clean. I feel like she missed some spots.
Oh no.
That's how you know you're not getting older though, or you're not an old man, because an old man would have told her like right then and there, right? Like,
yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to call tomorrow and be like, hey, I can't have this person work on me again. This is not. This was not a pleasurable experience. I mean, I had a crown put in, was it like 3 years ago, I think? And that process, like the grinding down your tooth, that whole thing, that was fine. I love it, like going to dentist, because like it just kind of everything just kind of lulls me into this like meditative state, where I'm always like almost falling asleep, like during like a cleaning.
I get that like when I get a haircut.
I thought I was like she was gonna drown me or something.
Okay, then the next moral question then, Chad, is like, obviously you got a cleaning, so you probably got some fluoride. What flavor did you go with now that there's 19 flavors to choose?
Oh, I only had 2, and I always go with the mint. So it was like mint or like grape. I was like, no, mint.
Marshmallow grape.
Not grape. Marshmallow grape.
Oh, man. That's going to be the new Apple flavor that comes out next season.
Marshmallow grape. Yeah. Marshmallow grape cosmic crisp. Anyway. Hey, this is Movie Time Machine, retro movie review and pop culture podcast. I'm your host, Chad, and joining me this week, it's been a while. I thought maybe he had disappeared, but he's been hard at work. He's our tech guru, Mr. YouTube himself. Casey, how you doing?
Ha! He went to the bathroom.
Right.
No. Sorry, missed the mute button. I'm here. I'm grinding.
Oh,
See,
it's a classic.
Mute so you didn't hear the keyboard in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's a classic pandemic move. Okay, he's alive and alive. He's Mr. Fish Rap Factory himself, writer of the Midwest Mountain Sports Report blog. It's Jamie.
Go Niners.
Oh wow. Yeah, you can't go Chiefs, huh? It's
no,
like it would be like me rooting for the Packers.
Yeah, no way.
And he's our living encyclopedia of movie knowledge and NES cart collector. It's James.
I feel like after watching this movie and us talking about NES game like Predator, I don't think Nintendo really took hold of the light gun situation they had. I mean, they gave us Duck Hunt in the beginning, and we all loved it. This Predator could have easily been like a Duck Hunt style game.
Just use like
the first person shooter. It's like, ooh,
yeah. There's I bet if you like look this up, there's got to be somebody out there that has made like hacked versions or like homebrew versions of like Nintendo light gun games.
Oh yeah, I mean Casey, like you just said, was hard at work. I'm assuming this is what he was doing for like an early birthday gift, right, Case?
Shh, don't spoil it.
Right, that'd be cool, like a first-person light gun game.
Oh my gosh,
like
so that's
you're not thinking deep enough. You need to think Predator game in VR.
Predator game VR.
All right. You can't sleep anymore.
It's
just too real.
That'll be a new app for the Apple Vision Pro, where you get Predator Vision.
There you go.
All right.
I'm gonna go develop it right now.
All right. Cool. All right. This week, our topic, or not our main topic of the week, movie review of the week, is going to be Predator. Came out in the year 1987, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and the late Carl Weathers. We did a hard pivot on this with the recent passing of Carl Weathers, so we wanted to do a Carl Weathers joint in celebration of the life of Carl Weathers. But I think it would have made Carl Weathers feel better if Jamie would have watched a little bit more of that Mandalorian. Jamie, have you made any progress on the Mandalorian?
I have not. And I just want to say, Carl Weathers is great. It was really, and I didn't want to say this the day he died, because not to be insensitive of the dead. It's really hard to find a movie where he doesn't die. Like, I was thinking, like, Happy Gilmore, this, Rocky IV. Like, damn. But
in his best works, he doesn't make it all the way through the movie.
Exactly.
I was thinking the same thing, Jamie, when I was thinking about Happy Gilmore and some other movies.
Who's the guy that plays Ned Stark?
Sean Bean stole his bit.
Yeah, Sean Bean, right? He's like Sean Bean's the Carl Weathers of our era. It's like, right? He's everything he's in, he dies.
Always dies.
Always. But anyway, I know. Do you guys want to do like we've been on a roll here of like keeping up with my 2024 resolution of kicking out lots of content, doing this on the weekly. We've been doing awesome. But since Casey hasn't been on, do we want to do like what we've been playing, watching, or do you want to do a little like kind of random topic thing that I had kind of set up and sent out there? So I want to leave that up to you guys before we move forward into our
all of it
movie. All of it?
All of it.
We're here. Let's make this thing happen.
Make this thing happen?
Yeah, right, let's do it. Let's do Hotspot. Jamie, what have you been watching? Go.
Papa.
Okay. This will be really quick.
Thank you, Jamie. Casey, how have you been lately?
Here's Jamie. Survivor. Great
Alone.
Making show.
Survivor. Sorry, false. Just kidding. Jamie, go for it. What's up?
False. No, I got the last season of The Wire. I have one episode left. I think it's just titled 30. So that's it. Final episode, and I promised myself that I wouldn't start Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom until I finish The Wire. So I have one episode left, and then I can play the fun game that my brother got me for Christmas. So
how long has
Awesome.
like when did you start The Wire? Like how long did this series take you, and how many seasons is it?
I think a month. So
Dang, because there's at least like 5 or 6 seasons, isn't there?
yeah, well, this a month for one season though, but
I see.
but The Wire it's pretty heavy. Like I can't really binge it. I can't watch more than 2 episodes a week. It's just there's a lot of meat on the bone, a lot of stuff to think about. So
All right. That's all you have to share.
that's all I got. The Wire, and then looking forward to Zelda once that's done.
Sweet. Casey,
Popcorn.
what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, like we said at the top, been doing a lot of work, been grinding away at that. But when I'm not working, the thing I'm doing the most is following our Minnesota Timberwolves, who are currently playing the Bucks right now, up 74-59. In case you wanted a quick score
Nice.
update. So we'll circle back at the end of the pod and see if they can not blow another lead. They've been doing that lately, so we'll see.
Fourth quarters, man, again.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah.
But
not
no, I've
good.
been watching a lot of Wolves. I've been really into that. I've been going to a couple of games. That's been nice to be able to go to the Target Center. That's been awesome. Other than that, I did acquire a Steam Deck, so I've been doing a little bit of tinkering and hacking with that. And really just playing Minecraft. My little dude, my man, how old is he? 6 now? My little 6-year-old, we're playing Minecraft on the weekends. So I actually set up our own server. So I used an old laptop and running Minecraft server on it. It's tucked away in the utility room. So we have a persistent world that we both can connect to. You know, he's on the big TV. I'm on my Steam Deck, and we can go build stuff together and explore.
Oh, right on. Cool.
That's super sweet.
We should you and Jude and myself and my 2 kids, we should hop into a world together.
Yeah, dude, we're playing the Java one. I've been experimenting with trying to see if I could host a server externally as well, because we just play it at my house.
Yeah.
But if I can figure out external networking and hosting and getting that sorted, yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, or I think I still have a Realms account, like a world where I don't know, maybe someday I just
Yeah,
can.
but I think Realms is the Windows edition. We're playing Java edition. You gotta go old school.
Yeah, but
But then if you can't play on your Switch, then a Switch can't play in Java.
I thought
We don't have to nerd out. We can nerd out about it.
yeah. I thought maybe it's probably because we were playing on Lorenzo's PC. Maybe that's what was going
Yeah.
on. Cool. That's awesome. James, you've probably watched 500 movies since the last time.
I mean,
we met,
typically
so.
yes, but I'd say the main 2 things I want to talk about is I finished The Americans, the whole series.
Yes.
And God,
Awesome.
was that show great. And Kerry Russell is a force. Like, there's scenes when she's upset or intense and angry or whatever, and I honestly think her head might explode. Like, every vein on her forehead and under her eyes is like protruding out, and I'm just like, I don't know how she doesn't pass out directly after this cut, which maybe she does. But for those of you who watched Sopranos, Jamie, like, the last couple episodes of this show had super Soprano vibes where you're like white knuckling it the whole way through because you're finally feeling this intense feeling that them as spies are feeling all the time, that like they're observing everybody they're walking by because they think everybody might be in on whatever's going on or might be into what is going on with them and ready to arrest them, to kill them, whatever. And so you're just like on edge like the whole last few episodes. It's pretty intense. So really enjoyable. But that being said, I needed to start a new show. So I, just before logging on here, watched the first 2 episodes of True Detective, the newest season with Jodie Foster. And I gotta say, Jamie, this has such horror movie vibes that like I don't know where we're gonna land on this, assuming they're not gonna go sci-fi on us with True Detective, but everything is pointing towards something is going on. It's just really, really creepy and weird. But the cool thing is, like, the main setting of why it's like that is takes place in Alaska, and they start off the episode with basically going, it's December 20th. This will be the last sunset of the year. And then they get into it. It's a little bit slower, but I mean, they're getting us all the details on everything, everybody in the town. And it's, I feel like it's going to be pretty good.
Oh man,
Nice.
I missed my Max account.
That's like the all those episodes are out, right? So you could just kind of go in and.
I think so. I guess I didn't check out how many episodes were out, but I know. I mean, the season's been out for a minute, so I knew I at least have 4-ish to watch right now. But I'll have to see. But when it came to True Detective in general, as the series, I guess my understanding is that every season is a different town, different side of detective. So I didn't need to be caught up because I only watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of the first season. Really enjoyed it, but I don't think it all came out at the same time. So I stopped and was like, I'll come back to it when it's all out so I can binge it. And then I never got back to the series in general. So I'm excited to actually, after this, probably go back to season 1 and watch the McConaughey and Woody Harrelson season 1. And then I think season 2, it was like Rachel McAdams and Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn or something like that. And then 3 might have been Mahershala Ali. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, like great casting. So I'm intrigued to see where the stories go with this. So since I'm done with Americans, I'm going to just go on to some of these crime shows. So I'll start with True Detective and I'll work my way to Fargo, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad that you watched The Americans. That's probably one of my favorite series that I've seen. It's like up there. Probably maybe at least for sure my top 10 all-time series. The thing there's who's like the curly-haired younger girl in Ozark that's in
Americans?
Americans.
I can't think of her name.
That whole thing where he's like the character he goes as.
I'm just so I cringe and like
oh my god. It's so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I was like, I hope they end this story arc very quickly because I am so uncomfortable during all this. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so weird. But I don't know. I love that the character changing with him at sometimes was like, okay, come on. This is like it was kind of getting to a point where I started to feel like, oh, it's a new person like every episode, right? But yeah, outside of that, yeah, like you said, Carrie Russell is something to observe.
Oh yeah, she's
just like phenomenal. That character in that show is done.
Oh, absolutely,
done very well.
That actress is Julia Garner, is the younger
Julia Garner,
actress, and she. I mean, all the acting in the show is great. But I'd say, Chad, to your point with the costume changes and like disguises they use, where like to the point where like the whole series, I wanted to see like a storyboard of what the FBI had, like the progression of like, hey, somebody did, like a sketch artist did this, and see if it finally like molds into who they are. But like everybody's like, are these all different people or one person? And even to that is just like crazy. As actors, in my head, I'm thinking, man, I'm surprised that they didn't go bald with all like the glue and tape and everything else they had to do during these seasons. So I don't know, just really, really impressive show. One thing I read after the show, and I looked up some trivia, was that the creator had like a storyline of like 6 seasons, and this is what I want season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to look like. And since they did it on FX, they were able to do all 6 seasons. They were like, yep, we're on board with this. So even like if they didn't have like great viewership towards the end, or maybe even in the beginning, like they said that any other network would have probably dropped it by, season 3, but like they knew where this was going and wanted to finish the whole arc. So they they made it happen since it wasn't on network television, which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah, I'll have to find it and send it to you. I remember this appeared on FX, I think, right after like the first season of Fargo. Eric, I think Fargo was on FX too. I remember like them building up that first season of The Americans. They had really cool like promos for it. I'll see if I find some of those and share them with you from YouTube. But just like the whole like 80s vibe, Cold War vibe. There was some cool stuff in there. So I'll share that with you.
Awesome.
What
have you been watching, Chad?
No, not Survivor. Alone.
So close. Alone. So close.
What's that?
I said so close. Almost had you. Alone rocks though. Which season are you watching?
So good. Season 2, I think.
Where are they?
It's the one where it's the 90-day $1 million challenge. So I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it's a little bit later. We might be skipping around, but
Yeah, I think that one's later because it's somewhere really cold, right? Are they in the Arctic or
yeah,
am
it's
I getting it mixed up?
somewhere in like Canada, northern Canada. Can't remember what lake it is, but yeah, it's really good. Love it. It's like our family show a couple nights a week. So other than that, you know what else I've been watching is this might be a good show for the families is the show called it's like The Secret of Sulphur Springs on Disney. And it's got like kind of like a paranormal it might be a little bit scary. It's kind of on the edge for like my 5-year-old. But we just finished the third season tonight, and I mean it's really good for like a kids family show. It has like ghost time travel. Yeah, so that's really great too. You want to watch that with your family? Check it out. It's on Disney Plus. Secret of Sulphur Springs. All right. Moving on before we move into the Predator. I just had some kind of fun topics I just wanted to run by you. We don't have to be, go too deep into it. Just some things that have been running through my head this last weekend. One of them I did share with y'all earlier this week was the right Super Bowl party. Your thoughts? I know, like Jamie and Casey, you kind of gave your thoughts on there, but I would like you to regurgitate that for the podcast, just like your feelings on the Super Bowl party. What do you do? Let's start with you, Jamie.
So we in the past have gone to a friend's house, and he hosted a bunch of just like a large friends gathering. And although I don't think we've done that since COVID, it's one of those things. It's like yet to return. We're all just kind of waiting, and that's been fun. I think we brought the kids. Well, it would have just been Evie one year, and now, yeah, it's pretty quiet. It's just me and Mickey and our kids, and we just make a ton of snacks. And so far, that's been great. I would like to host in the future. I think I talked about the ideal 2 TV situation, not always possible. One for the more social viewing and one for whoever wants to lock in and watch the game or the commercials. But again, depending on layout apartment, that's not always an option. But yeah, I like a party. Casey?
I mean, I'm always down for a party, first and foremost. So anytime you get me around with fun people and some food, I'm down. You could have I'm not a big Oscars guy. You could have an Oscars party if I was invited, wasn't doing anything. Maybe I'd go. I probably wouldn't watch it a second of it, but hey, a party's a party. We'll start with that.
Yeah, uninvited right now, not watching it. Sorry.
Well, okay, but I don't know. It's gotta have some good food. Um, I guess I would watch the game if my team was in it, but I don't really watch too close. Uh, I'm usually socializing, I suppose. Depends on the party. If it's a Super Bowl party that is really into the game and we're all watching it and getting into it, then yeah, I'll vibe with that and I'll get into it as well. I got into it a lot more. There was probably a 3 or 4 or 5 year stretch where my wife and I hosted a party. So first, we used to go to my parents' place for the first 2 years. We'd host it there and have all my friends and their friends over, and then we would use like the party room at like our apartment or whatever. But the reason I'd get into it is because at every Super Bowl at those parties, I would make a bet with someone. I'd let them pick. Generally, I'd let them pick the team that they wanted, and I'd take the other one. And it was a straight up How I Met Your Mother style slap bet. But not How I Met Your Mother style in the sense that you earn a slap and can use it later at a later time. No, it had to be fulfilled at the end of the game. And so, for the most part, you're a lot more invested in the game if you might get slapped in the face at the end of it. And unfortunately, I think it was the first, maybe it was the second. No, it was the second year. The first year I lost. I think it was the Patriots Giants. Like gosh, like a decade ago. And I don't remember who I had. I think I had the Giants. They lost and lost to a buddy of that I think a few of you know, but we lost to him, and he gave me a good slap in the face. It was all good. The following year, we made the same bet, and I ended up winning, And unluckily for him, I had maybe 2 or 3 additional, adult soda pops at that point. And oh boy, did I give him a good ribbon in the face. Not like a knock him out, but it was a perfect skin to palm. Like it made a great noise. It turned him. There's a video of it somewhere that I have watched from time to time. And again, I love the kid, very good friend of mine. But ever since then, he wouldn't slap bet me. And then we did it for a few more years, and then I decided I didn't want to get hit in the face anymore. So that was the end of that.
I was thinking like you're like, man, ever since after that first year, that's why I've had a beard ever since. Like just to stop, have a little cushion just in case a slap bet came.
I've lost a few after that, and the beard did help. The problem is every slap after that really, really good one, now he got kind of offended the following year because he wouldn't bet me. Someone else did, and I ended up slapping him, and I kind of whiffed it, but not on purpose. And he was very offended. He's like, "Bullshit! You hit me that hard, and you're not going to hit him that hard." It's like, okay.
The neighbor 3 houses down heard that slap. I don't understand.
Exactly. This opens up the path to something not good happening.
Exactly. Yeah, we shut that down.
Yes. Awesome. James, what about you?
Well, I'm much like a case in that, I don't know, I feel like that generic situation. Like, I'm on board with Super Bowl stuff because it just means getting together with good people and food. So it really doesn't affect my day what we're watching at that point. But to your guys' situation, like, I don't give a crap who, like, I enjoy watching football just fine. I just don't care who wins. I never do. So, like, to have, like, a Casey situation where if Casey and I were betting, he let me go be like, oh, yeah, I want the team that's got the red on their jerseys. I want them to win. And, like, Casey picks the other team and we have a slap bet going on. Like, I feel like that makes me more intrigued of, like, paying attention, watching what's going on, and, like, into the game, opposed to not caring. But that being said, like, that could be very annoying to you guys if I came to your guys' Super Bowl party or whatever, because I'm probably chatting it up rather than observing the game. Because I know if roles reversed, and like we talked about just a second ago, if we were having like a little Oscars party and I'm trying to listen to some of these Oscar speeches and Casey's like slap betting behind me with somebody, I'm like, Casey, shh. It's starting, like, and I'd be like that jerk at the party, like, and so I know when I watch stuff like that, I want to observe it, and so I'm wondering, it probably is maybe a little bit similar, or maybe is football just since there's so many games all year round, it's a little bit more loosey goosey than just like actually having to listen to everybody talk because there's a lot less talking. It's more visual. Anyways.
Hold on, first of all, you just unlocked an amazing concept: a slap bet per award during an Oscars party. Woo! Someone's
per award.
Wow.
Per like, award. Someone's getting killed.
And for sound editing, we have.
Like, oh my god!
Pretty good though. People would probably shush you for the commercials more than anything. You can be loud during the game because you can see the action. Then you're gonna get shushed during the commercials.
Right, and I think that's a big part of it. Is like where I was like, you know, if somebody were to ask, like, hey, what are you doing for Super Bowl? I'd be like, oh, I'm going to this person's house. We're going to do this. You know, I'd be that person answering, like, oh, I'm one of the ones who watches for the commercials. But like now, because all the content is already out there, or it's on regular TV, or the funny ones are going to be highlighted the next day, like, I don't need to go watch them in the moment anymore. I will just observe them when they pop up on my feed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you, James. That's, I was just going to say that too. Like we see all the commercials before they even air. I feel like, unless it's like a trailer for like a new movie, sometimes like you don't see it until it pops during a Super Bowl. But yeah,
right. Like they're going to show like all of a sudden the Avengers movie that's not supposed to come out till 2025, and they show just a flash of Tony Stark. We don't know why. It's probably a flashback, but everybody loses their damn mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know. I like, and that's why I do like watching the commercials to an extent. But I'm so curious. Like, I would love to read some statistics. Like, hey, you know how many more Doritos we sold after the Super Bowl commercials aired? Even the ones after we aired it early, like we went up 2% in sales. Like, no, like in my head, this logically can't happen. Like nobody is all of a sudden like, I'm gonna make my website on ZipRecruiter.com now because they had the sweet commercial. Or whatever. I don't even know what ZipRecruiter does. Or GoDaddy. GoDaddy. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
The ones that work are the ones with QR codes. I remember there was one, it must have been 2 years ago. It was, I don't know if it
yeah,
was
I remember that.
Coinbase or it was some crypto exchange. And I remember
Yeah.
scanning the QR code. I don't think I ever signed up, but that was as close as any of them ever got for me. So
I do remember that, Jamie. That was actually a good.
But Jamie, that's a great like marketing scheme though, right there. Is like, okay, so let's say Doritos, they show up a QR code, and the whole point is like everybody at home takes a picture of this QR code, signs into that website, and they get the 5 options of different flavored Doritos that don't exist in store, and we're going to ship them to you. Like that, like would work.
I would do that. I absolutely
I would totally do that. Be like, that's where I'm like, oh my gosh, they got grape and marshmallow Doritos now. Let's just get on top of this. I need to try this Dorito.
Great callback.
Watch the Super Bowl Sunday is going to be like, now coming from Doritos, grape marshmallow.
I mean, but soon, I mean, the future is now. Is that what Apple Pro is going to, Apple Vision or whatever is going to do for us? I'm going to be able to just click on the thing in front of me?
Yeah, just got to look at it.
Whew.
Man. Yeah, I want to save that one for those 2 other topics I have. I think I might save those for the next pod. This is going on a little bit longer than I thought. But because I want to get into the movie discussion too. But just to share my thoughts quick on the Super Bowl party. I used to love getting together, watch Super Bowl, but I started getting really annoyed with people that watching the game or like not really knowing anything about football, and I'm just trying to watch like the game and getting annoyed with like, I don't know. I just want to sit and watch the game. And even if I'm not
Chad?
like, no.
2 TVs and some headphones.
No. I think we've decided that we just like sitting in our own home, nice and quiet. Like we make some snacks still. Then when everything is done, we just go to bed. Everything's cool.
Man, you're lulling me to sleep right now.
And plus, too, like for me, is it's just like now it's like it just really kind of would go into like my next day, like work day on a Monday, would just really kind of F with me, you know, because I wouldn't be like getting wasted, but maybe even I had like a couple beers that just any like tiny bit of alcohol just disrupts my sleep cycle so much that just really kind of messes with me. Then like all the yummy food messing with my gut. So yeah, and I have to tell you another thing too is going to a Super Bowl party at someone else's house and like not knowing what type of television that you're going to be watching on. Because I'm going to share this story now, and this person's probably going to hate me for this, but I think it's it's in good fun. It's in good taste. And after I tell it, if you think it's disrespectful, you can call me out on it. But so Chris, who used to be on the podcast, invited us over to watch the Vikings playoff game when they played at TCF Bank against the Seahawks, the wide left
is that
kick
game?
At the end of the game. Yeah, you were there, Jamie.
I was.
And I remember we were going over there, watch the game. Cool, yeah, awesome. Loves to watch football, playoff atmosphere. And we get over to his place, and he has the game on, but it's in standard definition. And I was just so upset. Like, not visibly upset, but inside I'm just like, oh man, could have just stayed at home and watched this on my 50-inch TV in high definition, not just in standard definition.
You're thinking of several different ways to get out of the situation.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh no, no.
My IBS is acting up. I gotta
go. Yeah, I can't.
What? She's having the baby right now?
So a few years later, it was when the Super Bowl. So when like the Eagles play the Patriots, he invited us over for a Super Bowl party, and I said, I asked him to make sure he had HD TV, and he got a little upset at me. But so question for you guys. All right, if you are hosting a Super Bowl party, you cannot show the game in standard definition. That's not really an issue anymore, but at least back in the day, you can't invite people over and have it in standard definition. Am I right?
I was really worried that this was going to end up with like you showing up and he's like, "Oh shoot, I guess I don't have that."
That's where I thought it was leading. Like where he's like, "Oh man, usually I get channel 5 on my antenna or something." It was just like
we can listen to it on the radio though. Or like, oh, I know how to watch it. We could. I have this private website. Pirated website we can go to and watch it.
Or you do that, and then it's like 10 minutes delayed, and everyone's like calling you. Oh, did you see that? Oh, you owe me money. The bet's over.
Is he doing that on purpose?
Are you doing that? Yeah, it sounded like that scene from 12 Monkeys when they played the tape back. All right, and, I think Casey was just abducted by aliens, so perfect segue.
And that's the last time we heard Casey.
All right,
we're all laughing about it.
Might get messed up. Am I fixed?
Oh man, that's weird.
I'm really. Whoa, Casey, are you drinking one of those THC beverages? Because it's kicking in.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not going to happen to me tonight, boys. I'm still recovering from norovirus.
Oh yeah. Sorry that happened in your household. Are you guys all generally better?
Yeah, Angela's finally feeling better. So it started Friday night with one kid, then me and the other kid Sunday night into Monday, Tuesday, then Angela. What's today? Like Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. So it'd be like a week of norovirus.
Talk me through kids' sick days after Corona. Do kids just not get real sick days because they can do things at home, or they just get their work sent home to them, or it's actually with that, I'm guessing they were out for the count in bed. Didn't matter if they could work at home or not.
No, if they're homesick, they don't
push homework at them.
No.
Okay, I was just curious if that was the new thing.
No, they don't even get their homework. Doesn't even get graded, which we just found out. At least for second grade.
Oh, I was
we just got the report card, and I was like, this report card is not aligning with what the teacher is telling us. But their report cards are like their standard testing that the school district does.
Got it.
So I don't know. Our school system sucks, dude. It's pretty painful.
Do you want school system probably isn't great? Any of the ones that are in, where were they? South America? Venezuela? Where do you think this jungle was?
It was in where was it? Colombia?
No, they said this was worse Bush than Cambodia.
Oh, I thought it was in Colombia, though.
It's like South America. I looked it up.
Oh, maybe they don't specify. It's a Central American rainforest, but
maybe they actually did. Do you think?
At least according to Wikipedia,
they were on Pandora.
I mean, maybe it's just it's the 80s. It's the 80s. You have drug smugglers, right? Drug cartel or whatever. Look like militant. So I was like, my mind automatically went to like Colombia or like Central America at this time. So like it was like Nicaragua and Honduras. Yeah, that was pretty chaotic in the 80s. So thanks to our lovely government as well, right? Sell the arms, Contra, Iran, right?
Up, down.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't specify.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, sell the guns to the Contras and then take the money from the gun sales and give it to fight Iran or something like that. Anyway,
man, Contra. There's a video game that should have been turned into a movie,
right? Well, it's very influenced by, right? It's Schwarzenegger, Rambo, and Alien.
Essentially, I know. When I typed in Predator does like send like a GIF or GIF to you guys earlier, like, and I was going to click on one, and I'm like, wait, that's not Predator, that's Commando. That's another Arnold movie where he suits up and jumps into the forest.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta watch that one next.
Oh, so good.
All right,
it's got the same. One of his buddies in this is in that one, but he's a bad guy in that one.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly. I watched like the first like 15 minutes of it tonight. He like it's a weird start to that movie. Like the guy gets into like a car inside like a auto dealership, and like the car salesman guy is like talking to him, and he's like, "So, what do you think?" He's like, "You know what the best thing I like about this car is?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "The price." And he like starts the car up, goes in reverse, and like drives it out of the building.
Which, like, okay.
Ball.
No, but okay, thank you. That was one of the conversations I wanted to have about this movie, though, because Arnold did it like where he throws a knife at a guy and he's like, "Stick around." I wanted to know, like, when did we start doing that? Was that clearly late 80s? Was it even earlier? When did we start doing? What would you call it? A cliche, a line? It's not even cliche. I don't know. I'm guessing it actually probably started with James Bond movies.
I was just gonna say it's the 60s. It's Sean Connery, James Bond.
But it was like, I mean, because that was like any action movie that I can think of from like 87 to, let's say, 94. And we'll say if it stars Arnold or Sylvester Stallone, like, they're gonna have a line. Like, the next one I can think of is in Demolition Man, when Sly is like, "Don't lose your head," after he kicks off a frozen head off a body. Like, it's just like this. Like, I'm like, and don't get me wrong. Like, as kids, I don't know, I ate it up and I thought it was awesome, and it was like such a cool line. Oh my god, you nailed it, Sly! Like, way to be in the moment. But I don't know, like, where did this come from? Because now watching it, you're like, okay, move on.
Well, I mean, he does it in Commando too. I guess for me, like the one-liner shtick, like, to me was always like an Arnold thing to like us and like my circle of friends. Like
it was
Commando just makes me think of like when he throws that saw blade and he's like asks like what happened to him. He's like, "You had a splitting headache."
Yeah, like, well, Commando, the whole movie's like that. Even at the end, he throws that pipe at that guy, and he's like, "Lay off some steam, Bennett."
When he fights overweight Freddie Mercury.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god, now I can picture him perfectly.
Chubby Freddie Mercury. That's what we call him.
Okay, now I want to watch Commando as our next movie.
Cool, we'll do that one next.
We can keep going. Anyway, we can move on.
But hold on. While we're on lines, because I don't know if I'll get another chance. This is super random, but Arnold's got so many of those good lines. You know, "Get to the chopper" or "Put the cookie down." There's one in here that's not one of those lines, but it's when he first meets Carl Weathers, and he just goes, "Dylan." Anytime I hear the name Dylan, I do that in my head, and I can't explain why. Dylan.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
hey, really quick too. You know, like Jesse. This movie has two future governors in it, and
it does.
So
right.
Jesse the Body in it. His character's name is Blaine. And I was like, "Oh, we just did Pretty in Pink." I was like, "Blaine? What is that? An appliance?"
Well, and I keep thinking, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have like the last three movies have had like Minnesota references in some way, shape, or form. Like, so I'm like, oh, there's Jesse Ventura. We were just talking about him.
Oh man. So was this your first time seeing this, James?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't want to say God, no. Like, it's not like I've seen it a ton of times.
Okay.
This is maybe my third time seeing it. I do own it. Obviously, it was in the $5 bin for how long? I mean, you can only pass that movie in the $5 bin for so long before you're like, yes, I'll buy it. But watching it, like, a couple things came to mind. One, I forgot that it was John McTiernan who directed it. So, like, mostly known for Die Hard and The Last Action Hero. So I kept on thinking, like, that's why my name up top, JM versus the Predator, it was supposed to be John McClane, but it only allowed so many characters. So, but I was thinking, I'm like, man, how did they not do like they could have done so many things versus the Predator. Like, I know they tried Terminator versus the Predator. They've done Alien versus Predator. I'm just saying, let's just go John McClane versus the Predator, and like just add all these action.
Predator versus To Catch a Predator.
Ooh, God, that'd be a great SNL bit. But that's the thing is, I mean, that's the Predator shtick, right? The Predator thing is to make themselves better warriors through this like franchise. That's what we learned. So why wouldn't they come down and continue trying to fight our biggest Hollywood stars? That would be another good SNL thing. Like they actually take out like Arnold. Like he's like, no, I'm just a man. Like,
oh, they should do like a Predator where the Predator comes like during like the Crusades era.
Well, and that's what I'm hoping with. So we've talked about it before a little bit, but I mean, they did the newest Predator movie that just came out was Prey, and it was not necessarily a prequel, but is definitely the earliest time period piece where we've seen Predator, at least in the U.S. or on Earth, I should say. And so, like, I'm hoping that they even bring it back further into different things, like bring them back during World War II, bring them back during the Crusades. Like, just like that's where like we have this new lineup going of them trying to fight like our fiercest warriors at different times, which I think it would be great. I feel like that Predator already has an audience. You could do this and it would do just fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Predator versus 300.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like Leonidas versus the Predator. Come on, bring it. I would watch that. That or like, let's just go straight video game at this point. Right. Like, yep, you're always fighting the Predator. You get to pick who you're going to be. Like, you can be Chucky. I don't care.
Right.
Well, hold on. You touched on something that I was curious about. So this, not my first time, I don't think, watching Predator. I feel like I'd seen it on TV or when I was a kid. Like, some of it felt familiar. But no, it felt mostly fresh. And that's kind of my lingering question here at the end is I have no idea what that the motivation of that alien was. Like, what's his problem? Why is he so fucking cranky? Like, why does he just have to kill everyone? Like, they show all the weird shit, like hanging, skinning bodies, and all, like they show all this crazy, crazy wild stuff, but then never explain why.
Collecting trophies.
Yeah, my assumption is that it was kind of one of those ideas where this was a concept. I don't know if it was based on book or not. I don't think it was. I think it was just, a screenwriter situation. And then as it did well and people liked, just kind of like how Alien was brand new to people, as it did well, then they started creating like lore, I think, towards like what was the situation. So through future movies, we do find out that all they're doing is basically trying to become the best hunters they can be.
But see, even as trophies, it seems, and maybe I'm analyzing this too much, but like that's what this is about. Let's do it. They found the skinned bodies, right, at one point, but then later it shows that he collects all these skulls. Well, he left all the skulls on those skinned bodies. Like, what's going on here? What is the trophy?
Are we sure that was the Predator, or was that the other guy?
No, it was totally the Predator. Who else would have skinned and, like, come on. That was the Predator.
There would
I don't know. I mean, we don't know what jungle we're in. Hyenas?
No, the pile of guts was the same as the pile of guts when you first see him take out the first
that's true. That's fair.
It is a bummer that
that's fair.
The only gripe I have, it's a good action movie, but man, the like holographic graphics does not hold up very well anymore.
Oh no!
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Where I'm like, oh, look at the heat vision, of the Predator in this, and like they've introduced like this is how they see through the mask or whatnot, and then now we're 40 years past when the original came out almost, and like now we have to go with that same kind of trope.
I mean, it makes sense if that's just how their vision processes it. I don't mind that because that shows like clearly it's not true thermal because the mud wouldn't actually mask all your thermal signatures, but that if that's how their vision works, then that makes sense. I can buy that.
Are you talking about their camouflage?
Casey, do we really need to know what the Predator's motivation though is? It's not. I mean,
well, kind of like if they found like a crashed ship and it's like, oh, he's stranded here surviving. That makes sense. But if he's just a monster that, well, then that chick's like, oh, when it's really hot, he comes out. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, is he hibernating when it's really cold? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, it's a really cool alien-ish monster thing. But where's the motivation? It just hangs out in the jungle and kills shit? That's weird.
But I think that, Case, since this is like the very first movie, like that is the questions that they leave us with, like wanting more. Because I mean, even after watching this movie, the first thing I thought of, I was like, man, the only time you saw space was the very beginning when the ship drops the dude off and then flings off somewhere else into space, and then that's the only time they mention, like where this guy came from, a different place. And so I don't know. I think it just leaves questions.
When I first saw this, I mean, I watched this movie like quite a bit when I was younger. This is like a movie that my cousin and I would watch when I remember when it must have been when it came out on HBO or something like that, or maybe we rented it. We watched it a lot, but I feel like from us watching it like back then, like we understood that this was like, I don't know, that it was an alien coming here, and it was collecting like these people, like the skulls, like right, like this was like a hunting thing, like a trophy thing. Like I don't really think we need to know what its motivation is, right? It's just we just know that they're sent here to do this one mission, but all of a sudden this other crazy shit is happening, and then they're being tracked down, and you don't really know what it is or what's going on, and then until the end when Arnold does his Home Alone deal, but.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
Chad, explain why you were getting Home Alone vibes from this.
Oh, just because in one night he builds like all these traps, like waiting for like the predator to come back. I just started getting like a Home Alone vibe. Like Kevin was waiting for
the music.
Yeah, I should cut that up and put some Home Alone.
Oh man,
score over
this is my jungle. I have to defend it.
You need to supercut when the log comes and like hits the dude like friendly fire style. It takes him out in the chest. Just edit that out and have it be paint cans.
Yes.
You know what? Here's the deal. Case, just go on YouTube right now. This has to exist. Somebody's had to have done a Home Alone Predator mashup. There's no way. Nothing in this world doesn't exist anymore. I'm convinced.
I know totally. There was that's so true because we were playing Catan with some friends when they were down like last winter, and damn it, I can't think of it now. There's like Oren Cole, right? And I started singing this song like from the 70s to like Oren Cole, and I was like, I gotta look this up. So he's probably already done this already, and it was already a song that somebody had done on YouTube. But I bet you. Are you looking it up, Casey?
No.
Oh, I'm going to. Jamie, I know you love this movie. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I absolutely love this movie. This is like a step below my Mount Rushmore, but I love how.
Is this your what's the unfinished statue that will never get finished?
Oh, Crazy Horse. Yeah, this is my Crazy Horse. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I love how lean and quick and like no bullshit it is. Like the score is simple, but do, but it works. That's all you need, right? That's all you need.
Yeah.
And we don't get a ton about these guys. I mean, we know that they're special forces, but we get enough, right? Like even the little details, like Blaine with the MTV shirt and the chewing tobacco, and then Billy's not all quite there, but he's also very much there because he's the only one who knows that something's up. He can see the predator, even though he doesn't understand like why he's seeing it. Like there's a ton they do with these characters with just like not a lot of time, and they keep it moving. And I think the action still really holds up. Like it's still really watchable. Like the effects notwithstanding, it's so good. It just moves. I'm never bored. It's just a ton of fun. I love this movie.
Yeah, I think I put this in the chat yesterday when I was watching it. I was like, this movie just like, it just like, let's go from the beginning. Like I feel like the slowest part of the movie is like the beginning where, Dutch and Carl Weathers, like when they meet,
Dylan,
and then it's just like Dylan, and then it's like, let's go. But yeah, the score is awesome. It's just like, like you said, like the it's constantly there, like driving you through. I don't know. I love it. It's fun, silly, like just like the stupid one-liners. I thought "Get to the Chopper" was from a different Arnold movie. I thought that was from like Commando or something, but I forgot
I
it
mean,
was from
maybe it
this.
is, but like, Chad, I thought the same thing you did, and I'm like, wow, maybe this is the original "Get to the Chopper." Like, yeah, I have no idea. So that's a fun fact if it is.
But yeah, I was like trying to like, oh my god, I should write down how many times he says "Choppa" before he says "Get to the Choppa."
Hold
I
on.
think this
So,
is it. I think this is
man,
the first time.
this is wild. Budget $15 million. Opening weekend in U.S. and Canada, it made $12 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So they definitely got return on their investment. So, gross worldwide was $98 million.
That's
15
pretty
million.
good.
The same amount that it took to make the latest Godzilla movie.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh,
15
minus
million.
0,
Yeah,
minus 1, or whatever it is.
minus
Yeah.
1.
Gotta see that.
Okay. Can I hold on? Let me interject one thing here. So I did not watch Predator 2, and I have seen it, but probably not since the early 90s. I don't remember it very well at all. So by the time our next pod happens, I will watch Predator 2, and I'll see if I can get some more backstory on Predator for you, because I know it's really eating you up inside. But fun fact on this, though. So first I'm reading the poster. So the poster is just a picture of the Predator in all of its glory, and it says "Silent, Invisible, Invincible, the Ultimate Hunter." This time in Los Angeles, 1997. Predator 2. He's in town with a few days to kill this Thanksgiving. Okay, but my next question was, I was like, wait a minute, this movie came out in 97? Oh no, my friends, it didn't. It came out in 90, but they thought 97 was... I'm curious to watch this movie going, what did they think 1997 looked like as being the future? Like,
Yeah.
in 1990, what did they think was going to change in 7 years? Because basically, it goes, the premise is the Predator returns to Earth, this time to stake a claim on war-torn streets of dystopian Los Angeles.
Oh yeah. Well, that wasn't it the same too in Escape from LA? Wasn't that set in the 90s? Or maybe just that it
Maybe, I guess
came out
maybe
in
Hollywood
98.
just went with that theme. Like in the late 80s, early 90s, they're like, we're screwed. And if we're gonna be dystopian, it's definitely in Los Angeles. This place is going to heck.
And it's funny, my oldest was asking me a question about like the future. Oh, because I was showing him like some videos of the Apple Vision Pro stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like this technology might get turned into something that's doesn't look like you're wearing ski goggles, but it might be kind of crazy. Like by the time you're older, or if they still have materials to make microchips. But I was like, yeah, I was trying to tell him like, oh, when I was watching movies, or when I was a kid, like when we were talking about the future. Oh, let me back up. I said things are going to be a lot different in your future, like when you're like older and when you get to my age, kind of like when I was your age, right? Like, so he was asking me, what was that? And I was like, oh, because I would watch movies and be like, in the year 2000 or like in the year 2020 kind of thing. And things don't quite shape up like they envision, but things kind of are a little bit similar. So I think with the LA stuff, maybe because came out in 90, the LA riots were in 89. I think from the shit, what's his name? The police
Rodney
officer beating of that guy, Rodney King. Yeah. So maybe that had some influence on it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, that I started watching that movie too, and that movie is not as good. But I think Jamie, you had some other thoughts on, I think when we had talked about this before, but
I haven't seen the sequel, but has anyone seen Predators, the one with Adrian Brody?
oh
Yes, and
no.
Jamie, continue, because I'm wondering if you're going to go where I'm going with it.
I was just gonna say, when I saw it, it was a pleasant surprise. Like I thought it was gonna suck because that was like after the Alien versus Predator debacle, but I think it's really good. I don't want to oversell it. It's not like a masterpiece, but as far as like a B movie goes, again, it's like an hour and 20 minutes. You follow Adrian Brody, and he lands on this planet, and he lands with like 8 other people, and they find out that they're pretty like notorious killers or mercenaries, and they're like, why are we here? And it just goes from there, and it moves really quick, and they figure out that they were brought there by the predator and they have to hunt it, and it's just a ton of fun. And there's some fun surprises, like Mahershala Ali is in it before he really blew up. And yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah,
recommend if you like this. Yeah,
agreed. If you like this one, I didn't before we even knew we were doing this Predator. So, fun fact: I watched Predators probably 2 weeks ago before going to bed, and the first thing I recognized when watching this one was the score is exactly the same. I looked it up. They use this score in the newer Predators movie with Adrian Brody, and like in the background, which is like so that's why it has very OG Predator vibes also throughout the whole movie. So yeah, if you like this one, you'll love Predators.
Sweet. I'm gonna have to watch that now.
Also, I know why they keep doing it. 1997, that's when Judgment Day was. Terminator 2. Just saying.
Oh.
Man,
Yeah.
as James and Bob say, this world's going to heck, I swear to God.
Hey boys, I just thought of another Predator movie. This would be perfect for Gen Alpha. Predator versus Skibbity Toilet.
Let's go.
That's why you're a fearless leader, Chad.
Okay, hold on. Because you brought it up, that is a formidable challenger. I'm going back to this whole concept. I need to know his motivations, right? Because hear me out. The dude, it's like playing on easy mode. The dude shows up with a gun that can blow a dude's chest out in one go. He's got active camo. Imagine playing Halo against someone who had permanent active camo. This shit's unfair. So his that's his backstory, is he like goes and just like shoots fish in a barrel at an inferior like species that don't have the technology they have. I'm saying it right here. Predator is a bitch.
Wow.
Casey, I have one rebuttal or question. I'm not a hunter, but how many of them hunt deer or boar with sharp sticks? You know?
I'm not tracking.
I mean, I mean, like, you know, it's not exactly a fair hunt there either. You know, they're
but
they have the superior weapons. They don't know they're being
hunted.
Dude,
I'm not pro hunter, dude. You know? It's all good. I think it's lame. It's like look at like imagine to me Predator. You know what? Hear me out. Predator is Don Trump Jr. shooting like a big game thing in Africa. That's all he is. He's a privileged alien.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
Well, wait. No. I'm not going to let you go there because somebody's probably holding that gun. Somebody's holding that gun while he pulls the trigger.
Okay, fair.
For Don Jr. This is more to like Jamie's comparison of like this is like somebody in a deer shack, right, waiting for a buck to come by and blow its brains out.
This is the dude from what was it, the second or third Jurassic Park that just came along to try to hunt a raptor or whatever. Then he gets eaten by a raptor. He's like that guy. That's the Predator. He's just that bitch who also gets murked in the end. So.
Yeah. I thought maybe it's kind of like a lone thing, right? Just like we're going to leave you all on 10 different planets and to see how many days you can survive, kind of thing, right? Imagine if I sent you off to some planet, you didn't know what planet it was, so you don't know what kind of life forms you're going to run into, what kind of technology you're going to run into.
All I can see is Michael Scott versus the Predator now. Oh my god!
Only the best species.
That's it. Only the best.
Casey, I do love your point though that like the Predator drops in with like the fanciest of things and is like, this isn't fair by any means. Like this is just it's just fun for him, but like it's not like a challenge. So there isn't any sporting event. Like he shouldn't be holding out skulls or anything like that. But to that point, I'd say if anybody's watched Prey, like I would say it's almost more of a challenge for like the hunter at that time or the hunted to see, because they try to turn the tables on the Predator, and when it works, like it is freaking.
Well, no, and to your point, he redeems himself a little in the end, right? When it's just him and Arnie unarmed, he like demasks. He's like, "All right, let's wrestle, bitch." So like at that point, he shows his cojones a little bit. But before that, he took everyone out, you know, in secret with active camo. He's a bitch.
Can we just talk about how amazing the Predator laugh is?
Well, wasn't that the other dude's laugh? That was awesome.
He like
that
records
was
like
cool.
the.
Oh my god, I did not get that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's super creepy.
Oh my god, that's great. I did not even pick up on that.
Nightmare fuel
dude, that
material
was awesome.
right there.
No, don't hear what I'm not saying. This is a good movie.
I'm thinking of Monsters Inc. versus the Predator. Hey, we're just trying to recruit people. Our energy's a little bit low lately.
God.
But no, don't hear what I'm not saying.
Anyway,
I like this.
You guys
movie.
have any?
It was good. I just it's fun to shit on it because I am, some of it doesn't super duper hold up. I do want to also say I think that whole scene of them like completely murking that village, that one, I don't know, that didn't hold up to me either. It's like obscene violence and they're just like running in headfirst at bullets and none of them get shot. It's a very Stormtrooper-esque type of fight in my opinion. Like it's a little cheesy and it's fun. Like I'm not gonna dock it. That's like that's the era of action movies, right? But
well, that's the thing is I wanted to bring up is that I forgot the level of violence in this is like head exploding, point blank, gun to the head assassination.
Oh yeah,
stuff. Is like,
but
wow.
Anybody else though, like during this whole scene, like basically, like let's say from Arnold lifting up and releasing like their truck generator and blowing that up, like, and then let's count 60 seconds into that. Was anybody else going, Jesus, so what tent were the hostages in? Because they blew up everything.
And what kind of fucking...
They're like, oh, they didn't make it. No shit.
Kind of rescue crew just goes in and goes, oh, they killed one of the hostages. Guess we're blowing up everybody. They didn't know where the hostages were. Like, they're compromising even the ones that might be left. Like, it's just silly.
I mean, yeah, so like I'm sure like movies like this is why like Hot Shots did so well, because they made such absurd probably scenes like this where like guys are just getting murdered left and right and like blowing up everything and saving the poodle in the tent or whatever they need to do in Hot Shots.
Yeah, just like ridiculous scenes of like, okay, we just need to get more gunshots in. It's like when Blaine gets killed, Jesse, and they just unload into the forest.
Oh yeah,
that gif of them like shooting a duck. But it's just like the first thing that came to my head was like, oh my god, this looks like a gender reveal party gone wrong or something.
Can we edit that clip and just have like a little pink dust pop out after everything's smoking done?
Gender reveal, Predator edition. Man, I just want to make everything Predator edition now.
Awesome. Anything else? Favorite scenes?
I mean, I got like Chad. I guess a question: if you remember, like what, like the OG viewing of Predator for you and like your cousins or whoever you're watching it with, when the Predator's blood was like what makes glow sticks. Was that like just the coolest thing you'd seen?
That was so cool. What? That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was so cool. The night vision stuff was so cool. You wanted to be able to see everything in heat vision after that. The shoulder cannon. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was sick.
The Wolverine-esque.
Way OP. They're gonna nerf the Predator.
The claws on the hand.
He's way OP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite scene. It's really good to see the two arms clasping meme in live action. Love to see that. The source of that meme. That's great. As soon as it happened, I was like, there it is.
They're doing
oh yeah, that's another one. That's another one where I was like, I just assumed that was from like the movie Over the Top or something. I had no idea it was from Predator. Because like, I mean, obviously, like, because the whole motion is like, okay, they're doing arm wrestling, which again, that's exactly what they were doing in midair, and I'm like, does this work? Whatever.
But you, Jamie,
Let's see. I think my favorite is, and I think it happens sequentially. It's get to the chopper, and then when Billy Sonny Landham decides that he's gonna face down the Predator on the log, and you just see him take out his knife, and he gets ready, and then you don't know what happens, but you hear him scream. It's like, oh, yeah. I guess Billy's gone. But I think those scenes happen pretty close together, so I'm gonna go with that.
Get to the choppers right after that, right? Because Billy gets owned, and then Predator takes out the dude who was like all busted up from the log, just picks him off, and then he gets Arnie in the shoulder, and Arnie makes that wound look way worse than it is, because once he crawls up into the mud, it's just like a tiny little flesh wound on his shoulder once it's been cleaned off. That's right. It's like, man, you played that one up, Arnie. Not gonna lie.
That's right. That's right.
I do think that I love the way that they show that he figures out the mud bits too. The fact that he just like crawled up onto the shore, and that kind of revealed it. Although I have to call out that he says out loud to himself, "He can't see me," or something like that. Like after the Predator walks away, it's like, time out. You're really gonna say that out loud in that moment after you were like trying to not be seen and you're the only one there? That I thought that was a little cheesy, but I did like that the way they revealed that twist.
Yeah, that mud scene always reminded me of like, oh, it was just like in Rambo Part 2.
And I think I'm in my brain
Part 2.
because like I said, I thought I'd remember seeing Predator, but in my brain I'm watching him apply the mud as the shield to the Predator, not like washing up on shore. So I think there is some sort of weird mismatch in my brain.
Like when the Predator takes off his mask, I think, or maybe after the Predator gets pinned on the log, but he's like, "You're one ugly motherfucker."
and I thought for sure, I don't know, maybe the first time I saw it was on TV, because I thought for sure he didn't actually say the words. I thought he went, "You're one ugly mother," roar, like the Predator screams or something. I was like, oh no, he totally said it.
You're one, I would say, ugly Mother Day.
Mother's Day. I do miss. Oh man, they should do that in movies again. Or actually, I guess, do they still do that on TV? Even like cut out and like replace words. I don't know. I don't know the last time I watched a movie on like premiere television.
I think they do. I think they just they silence it. There's no word there.
Like,
oh, you know what? No, maybe they do.
Yeah, now they just silence
Actually, that's my father-in-law. He just puts on whatever movies he's interested in as he's flipping through the TV. So he's probably watched plenty.
For me, I think the actual, like, when the Predator took off his mask and did the Predator reveal, and you're like just looking at his face, all of his like tentacles on his face like moving, and it's like full blown action like makeup mask, like where like his mouth moves, everything's working, and it just looks like really, really cool, especially for the time. So what do I credit? Stan Winston, I think. Like good job. Like I thought like it was great. Like the Predator itself with the mask off, like sure it was scary with the mask on, if you will, but like with the mask off, it's terrifying, and like they pull it off. It didn't look like campy or cheesy to me. He always looked slimy and ready to go.
Yeah.
Also, I think I like that he had a medikit with him. Like the one time he got shot by a bullet, like, and they have that scene where he like patches himself together with like, he's like, all right, gotta do this and clamp these stitches in here, and like it screams, like, I don't know, it pulls out the bullet or whatnot.
For all his other, cool scene, I agree, but for all his other technology, that was very human like medical equipment. Everything else was very alien. The medical equipment felt very human medical equipment.
Well, maybe Predators are.
It's not that big of
super evolved being.
They just had an opportunity to do something weirder, like just some. They could just goop some gel on and had him scream. Nah, I like the stapling though. I don't know. I dig that scene. That's a good scene.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. I think sometimes though, again, it may seem a little like dated, like by today's standards. But I think you got to think when we were seeing this, like in the 80s,
for sure,
compared to what became before that. I mean,
no, that's why it's fun. Actually, it's fun to be a nitpick because I don't have the nostalgia, so I can pick at those things that you guys. It probably makes sense because you saw it at the time when it was totally, obviously it was awesome. It's like, this is peak sci-fi, so it's fun to like look at it from today's lens and be a dick about it. I'm just being the heel tonight, guys. That's all.
Oh no, that's all good. I mean, I totally get it. I just wanted to make that statement. But just even like there are moments where the God, what's the black dude's name? I always forget. Anyway, that character, like he has him like where he just kind of goes crazy, but then he's like just like talking to himself, and I don't know, some weird Mac. Yeah.
When he found Mac and when him and Carl Weathers were like chatting about their plan, I half thought that like he had already been like disemboweled and was there half dead, and he was gonna be like, "Good luck," and then die. I was like, "What is he doing down there?"
The guy that played Hawkins, his name is Shane Black. He also directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, and The Predator, the one that came out in 2018 with whatever his name is, Jacob Tremblay and Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's a weird note in Wikipedia that I guess this was John McTiernan's first movie as a director, and it says Shane Black was partially hired to like keep an eye on him. You know, I guess he must have had some savvy as far as like directing or something at the time. And I think he might have a writing credit on it too. I'm not positive, but I thought he did. Maybe not. Anyway, it's a real shame that Alien vs. Predator sucked as much as it did, because that's like one of those awesome ideas that I imagine everybody talked about, like who would win in a fight, you know? Like Freddy versus Jason, probably not a coincidence they came out around the same time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But the movie just did not figure it out. It's a real bummer.
I also like pointing this out too, not related to the movie, but just the year 1987 in which this came out. We also get Punch-Out! Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Comes out in 97. The Goonies 2 NES comes out in 87. Zelda 2. Dragon Warrior 2. Metal Gear. Final Fantasy. Bases Loaded. Right? We're just talking about that.
I think we had this conversation though, but like everybody I think remembers Goonies 2. What was Goonies 1 for the video game? Was it just an arcade?
No, there wasn't a Goonies 1.
So why did they say Goonies 2? Because this is a sequel to the movie?
Movie, yeah.
Oh, weird.
You guys, it was a big movie year too.
Yeah, it was like Hamburger Hill, Full Metal
RoboCop,
Jacket, RoboCop.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon.
Right. Guys, while we're on the topic of Shane Black, looks like one of his next writing credits is for Lethal Weapon 5. I just sent you the poster. Yes, it's starring Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. And yes, Mel Gibson is directing it.
He's going to leave a voicemail?
He hasn't done that in weeks.
Couple weeks. That's a movie series I have not seen.
I've seen, that's another. Yeah, I've seen number 4. I think I said this on the last pod or the one before. After watching Bird on a Wire, definitely made me want to go back and watch some early Mel buddy cop comedies like Lethal.
Bird on a Wire. It's a great Leonard Cohen song. Let's see here. What else? Anything else you want to share?
I just want to share that I'm sad that Casey wasn't able to be a part of the last couple pods because they involved hacking in the early 80s. So I was ready to talk to you about war games and other Ferris Bueller antics like changing grades. Did you ever get into doing anything like that?
My blossoming nerddom didn't really take off too much until the end of high school and into college. I had computers. Took some computer classes and things like that, but no, I wasn't that much of a nerd. I was more of a video game nerd and got more into the hacky techie stuff as my life progressed. Sorry, no good stories to share for you. No, I'm not a hacker. Haven't done anything.
No,
cool.
Yeah, we just we just thought maybe you would be able to give us some good input though on the little moments of the last 3 movies all involve some sort of hacking and like we don't have our tech.
I can tell you with almost certainty that it was all fabricated and none of that is how any hacking has ever been ever. And most hacking is like social hacking and just getting people's passwords and getting access to things you shouldn't have access to. That's about it.
Okay, but what about like What about Jurassic Park?
No,
Like in Jurassic Park, the girl's like, I'm a
completely
hacker.
made up. No, it's a video
No?
game. Actually, if you really were interested in hacking
Wait,
at all,
what?
there's a really good podcast called The Darknet Diaries, and it talks. Each episode is a real life story about something quasi, technology and illegal related, like a hacker that got busted doing this, or this event and these people stealing crypto, and I don't know. They're all super interesting. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go check that out.
This is a Linux system. I know this.
I know, that's all I can think. That's all I hear is saying, and then I'm like, so Casey, like, was it a Linux system? Because it looks like
any terminal is generally Linux. Yes, the whole accessing the data and like visualizing it through towns. That was a concept that was made for Jurassic Park. But obviously that it's not very viable to actually have to go in a virtualized physical location to find the data you're looking for. Because you do everything by a scripting.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the grid in Tron is full of shit?
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to spoil that.
What am I doing with my life?
Well, I don't know. I guess that maybe that's the next level. Maybe that's Apple. Maybe that's what they envision us doing. Maybe that's give it 2 decades and maybe Tron is the future.
Damn. Casey, how far off are we with AI in humanoid form, like Alicia Vikander in Ex Machina?
That's tough because the AI, as far as you know it, really is language models like ChatGPT and all that stuff. It's not going to change the world. All that stuff is doing is it's really, really, really good at predicting what the next word in a sentence is based on the words that should follow based on the question you have. So it's just really a very, very good Google because it's looking at every result it can ever find and figure that out. Now, using that to come up with natural language is pretty interesting, but we haven't gotten to AI having like consciousness or being able to think for itself. What we really have is a series of AI-based tools that can kind of chain on itself and continue learning and building context around what it's trying to do. But I don't think we're going to have genuine personalities yet. But we'll see. That's scary.
Is the AI stuff, is it just like we're just building like a gigantic supercomputer essentially because it's pulling all this information that's essentially like it's like scrubbing?
Not necessarily, because then there is now, oh man, what is it called? This is super interesting. We're at a point where there's like a high percentage of the internet's content that is generated by AI and bots, and there's once we get to like 50-50 and everything you look at, it's a coin flip if it was actually human generated or not. Like that's it could be like a death knell for the internet as we know it, and we might have to like kind of reinvent how that works, because what good is the internet if you have to sift through 5 pages of bullshit to really find what you're looking for.
Is just like,
but it's not one single AI model. Like there's you hear things like GPT-4 and GPT-5, and Bing has its own model. They all have their own language models, so it's not being isolated in one single spot. But they are just really complex language models. And maybe I'm not an expert at all, so I might be oversimplifying some of it, because, like I said, they are able to kind of gain context, and I use GPT sometimes when I'm working. Like if I'm struggling with a problem in what I'm programming, I'll be like, hey, it's like talking to a person. It's like having someone to bounce an idea off of, and they kind of know what they're talking about. Now, you can't ever trust what comes out of there full stop, because it can mess up. It is prone to errors, and it's confidently incorrect, right? It thinks it's right sometimes when it's not. But to use it to, let's say you have a writing project and you're like, hey, GPT, spit me out, an outline of this story. Here's my idea. And maybe it'll give you 6 bullet points of an idea of how that story could go. And maybe that's a good jumping off point for you to then go use your own creativity to write the story. I think there's a lot of really cool ways you can use AI as a tool, but I don't know. It's not taking over the world yet. Sorry, there was a lot of rambling on technology. You're kind of getting into my wheelhouse.
But when it does,
I'm a computer guy.
When it does, it's going to be too late.
When it does, then I will just gladly put on my MetaQuest 17 brought to you by Jack Link's Mountain Dew Beef Jerky, and just live in VR.
And yes, Casey, I know this is your wheelhouse. That's why I wanted to ask about it, because everything you say on the topic intrigues me, and that's why I missed you during the last couple pods when we did.
Although this is a better time now, because
Jamie,
what is the new? What's the Apple
Xbox
thing? Apple Vision or whatever, the
Vision
Pro. Like, I need to try one of those on, because I'm kind of into VR. I've got like a Quest 2 or whatever, but from all the reviews, it's like it's like you're looking through it like they're sunglasses. Like the pass through is so perfect. Like it's gonna blow my mind. I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah, I was watching like videos of like guys like riding like skateboards, like in New York, New York City, and just like walking down the sidewalk and hopping on subways. And
there's two processors in it. One
know,
of them is to directly take the input of all the cameras and redisplay it on the screen for you in pastime, and the delay of that is, I think, 14 milliseconds. So from what the cameras, and that includes, maybe it's 16 milliseconds, some crazy low number, and that includes the amount of time the cameras take to, open and, get the exposure, in the lenses. And so it quite literally is the closest we're going to get to that type of pass through, because it's what's happening in front of you is really what you're seeing on the screen, and there is no delay that's discernible by the human eye. You can do whatever.
Yeah, because you can't detect anything at until it's like 20 milliseconds or 40 milliseconds, I think.
Yeah, and I think
I only know that because from that sub that imploded.
Oh yeah,
they were saying like the time that it took for that sub to submersible to implode would occur faster than it takes like your human reaction time to understand like something's happening.
Wow.
But the cool thing about Apple Vision Pro is that it is really going to be the future of probably computing, right? Because think of you're sitting in the office now, you've got your laptop, maybe a monitor or two, but if you get into something like this spatial computing thing, where you can have whatever layout in VR that you want, and you can seamlessly go from that to a voice call to watching something, like you're all in one spot. I don't know. I just think if they can make it work and have pass through good enough so you can still see your keyboard, or figure out a better way of input, I don't know. We could be seeing a shift in how computing even works. It's got to be accessible.
Yeah, I was seeing it where like people would you have like the virtual setting, and then people opening up their laptops, and they just have to look at their laptop screen, and then so what they have in their headset is then on their laptop screen, and what they're looking at is now on their laptop.
Yep, and you can also extend it to a virtual display. You can make a bigger one, and it's just it's your actual computer just up on a bigger display right in front of you in virtual space.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
it's I don't.
You guys want?
I thought, I was like, man, there's no way I would want one of these. And like all the reviews I've been watching and demos, I was like, wow, this shit looks really cool. But I know like this one is going to be like the worst version of this thing.
Give it
like
5
when
years,
this thing
and
like in a couple of years, it's going to be, because you got to think like the form factor, like they're going to slim that down somehow, like get like the comfort level, like I don't know, like you're going to be able to really like customize it a lot more.
Well, and if you look at like the Quest 2,
some far
I
out
think
shit.
the Quest 2, when I bought mine used, but I think brand new it was maybe $350. And that's that, and the reason the Quest is so cheap is because a lot of it's like plastic. Apple's machined aluminum and all this junk. So, give it a few years, and once other companies get into this game and are able to get close to that, I bet you're looking at $500 headsets that are pretty close to what Apple is now in like 5 years.
Or we get to a point to where kind of like how we buy like our iPhones now, or a lot of us do, right? People don't usually pay up front for them. It's usually like something that gets tacked on to like a, what is it like a subscription service, something like that. And like you get like a monthly payment plan.
Honestly, they're going to just do, I mean, you can do that right now. You can go buy a MacBook on loan. They just have you sign up for a credit card, essentially. You can finance really anything. It'll be the same thing.
True. Yeah.
Man,
awesome.
It's like the future is now.
Yeah,
the future.
It's like soon every American in their home will integrate television, phone, and computer. You'll be able to visit the Louvre on one channel or watch female mud wrestling on another.
Yeah,
You can do shopping at home or play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam. There's no end to the possibilities.
Ready Player One. Here we come.
Pretty much.
Sweet.
Cool. I would love to talk
Jamie, did you
more
get my
about
Chip
this
Douglas
tonight.
reference?
Over my head.
None of us did.
Oh, it was directly from the cable guy.
Oh, I knew. I caught it.
All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of Movie Time Machine, where we talk about all things Super Bowl, Predator, Apple Vision Pro, and Casey's insights on our hacking pods in the last 3 weeks that he missed. So thank you for coming back, Casey. We missed you.
Casey's back. Wolves back. Wolves won, by the way. Got to circle back. Wolves win 129-105.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make up for those shitty losses. All right. This is episode 118. Join us next week when we do... I had a couple options out there. Unless you guys want to pivot again, but I don't know. Hit me up on the chat. We'll figure it out. Catch you next time. New episodes drop on Mondays. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.